Welcome to GM Corner. This segment features Mr. Michael Babb, General Manager of Memphis Country Club. Michael, how you doing?
Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too.
Happy to be here.
All right, let's start off with somewhat of a general question about kind of going back to your history of being a general manager.
Long time.
Understand that you started out early on at Memphis Country Club, where you're still the general manager today. Share a little bit of story about how you got started and what kept you there.
September this year will be 34 years. Started in 1991. Quite honestly, JC, was going to school in Memphis on my own, paying for it on my own. Memphis needed an assistant manager. I applied. It was a nighttime assistant, so it didn't jive with school, or was fine with school.
Yeah.
Took it on. Fell in love with it immediately. I was always a hospitality guy, and quite honestly, the membership fell in love with me. It was a rise to stardom quickly. I was promoted very quickly in the 90s, and then 98, 99, they began a GM search. Had a search committee, interviewed 4 or 5 really good guys from around the country, and in their infinite wisdom, they selected me.
Fantastic. I understand that golf course designer for your 18-hole championship course is Donald Ross.
Donald Ross.
The esteemed Donald Ross.
Esteemed
yes.
Donald Ross. We were founded in 1905 by a group like most others, and Donald Ross came through town in 1910. Began work in 1911 on our course. Great thing about us, same location for 120 years now. Haven't moved. We were founded in the spot we are. Donald Ross came in 10. Built the course, and the design remains the same today. Now, we've had some renovations here and there, but the layout has remained the same. Worked with good friend Chris Spence.
Yeah.
Done a lot recently, but the design has remained the same. We're very proud of that.
Yeah.
It's one of his first, and still one of the most original that he ever did.
You have a little story to share about railroads in Donald Ross courses?
Well, you were asking about our hotel rooms. So we've got hotel rooms in the club.
Yeah.
And a trait with Donald Ross' course that you'll notice is they're always near a golf course. That's when he agreed to do things, because back in the day, JC, they loaded everything up on a train.
Oh, gotcha.
Horse and buggies, plows, men, they loaded up on trains. So they wanted to work courses that were close proximity to railroad.
Right.
To this day, we're literally across the street from that very same railroad track that he came in. So again, use the club, use the hotel rooms because of the railroad and because of the hotels. We became one of Donald Ross's first courses. I think we were his first or second in Tennessee. The track is strange. He came through North Carolina, but went all the way across the state of Tennessee, started in Memphis, and then headed back east.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
Cool
you mentioned
history.
hotel rooms in your clubhouse facility. Tell us a little bit about, because that's unique, right?
Not a lot of them.
Yeah, not a lot of them, and it's original clubhouse, old building.
Old building.
Tell us a little bit of some of the operational challenges or even benefits of having accommodations in your clubhouse.
Both. They were in the original clubhouse. There were 15 rooms with 4 beds each room.
Yeah.
So at 50 cents a bed, and that was for golf tournaments. We then and now have a large non-resident membership. So they would come into the club by train, stay at the club all weekend. It was one of the most unique aspects of our club forever. Mm-hmm. Today, we run about a 30% occupancy. Not a big revenue generator, but golf tournaments, again, non-resident membership. They stay at the club, they enjoy it. Wedding weekends, golf tournament weekends. Great thing about our club is that you, as a guest, have full privileges of the club.
Yeah.
Now, unaccompanied privileges. Now, you have to be sponsored by a member, but once you're a registered guest of the hotel, golf, tennis, pool, health club,
Right there.
restaurant, everything.
On property.
Yeah. Unaccompanied privileges. So a lot of families use it for their in-laws or parents or business clients.
Yeah.
It's a lot of space. We could, like you well know, everybody needs space,
Yeah.
and we have made the decision to leave it there and not make any money, keep the hotel rooms, keep the membership happy. Now, I said they were originally 15 rooms. They've been renovated. We have 11 rooms now. They're 2-room suites. So they're, it's not the Four Seasons, but it's pretty super nice. And our club is in the middle of a neighborhood too. Not a lot of hotel options close by.
Yeah.
So the club serves that.
Great.
We're going to keep it.
Okay. Talking about kind of your location, talking about a little bit about your infrastructure and your facilities, I understand that you all basically expanded quite a bit your Racquets complex. Tell us a little bit about kind of the decision went into that, because I've known that you've had a very vibrant tennis program for a long time. We also know that pickleball is big and it's continuing to be bigger and bigger. And I also know in Memphis, there's quite a vibrant league play between clubs. Or tell us a little bit about Rackets and what
Rackets in
caused,
general.
yeah, your investment
Well,
on that side.
We fall guilty to being a golf club.
Yeah.
Donald Ross, golf is probably 80% male, 20% female at our club.
Yes.
Where tennis is everybody. It's mom, dad, kids, everybody's playing some form of rackets nowadays. And to be honest with you, JC, we took our sweet ass time on putting any money towards rackets.
Yeah.
And when we did it, we hit a home run.
Right.
We now have 6 indoor tennis courts.
Okay.
We have 4 indoor pickleball courts.
Yeah.
We have, help me, you designed it, we have 8 outdoor pickleball
courts, right.
We have 2 new stadium Har-Tru courts that sit right off we put a significant amount of money into tennis. It was needed,
Okay.
it was wanted, and we're fortunate, JC, we've got a wait list. It's a long wait. To say that tennis helped with the membership is an understatement.
Really?
We have people coming from other racket clubs in town that want to be a part of our rackets. We have an unbelievable staff, led by Johan Svensson, our tennis pro from Sweden. We have a tennis pro from Germany. We have a tennis pro from Jordan. Wow. We have a tennis pro from France, and then we have a tennis pro from Memphis. So we are certainly the UN of tennis. Made a tremendous impact. We are hosting a regional tennis event this spring, and we're hosting a regional pickleball open event next month, almost sold out. The membership is blown away. Everybody's using it. It's not just the tennis and the pickleball players. The golfers use the cafe. The golfers use the retail shop. Members who don't play golf or tennis come over and have lunch daily. There's a nice locker room set up. It's what this club needed. Like I said, we took our time. But it was well worth it. We spent, again, a significant amount of money, and money well spent.
Right. Final question for you.
Go.
Zoom out, high level thinking. You've been a general manager by my math for how long?
I've been the GM since '99, so I'm rolling up on 25 years.
Some words of wisdom you can share.
High level words of wisdom from
me.
For,
let's say for a young person that's considering getting into hospitality.
Anne Marie's with me, my wife. She remembers the first one she came to conference with me. I was the youngest guy here as the GM, and now I'm one of the older ones. It's the relationships. A couple of things. The mentorship for sure. I had some great mentors. I'm not going to bore this audience with old school names, but I learned under the tutelage of Lou Frank and Ed Henderson and Brian Crow. Those were the guys of my time that I really looked up to. But more importantly, it's the friends that you make in this industry. I've got dozens and dozens of friends that run some of the best clubs in the country. And they answer their phone when I call. Not that I'm anybody special, but we've been together for so many years. I mean, I think, Michael at Bellmead is a dear friend, and Bobby Cravassi down in New Orleans is one of my best friends in the world. Damon DiOrio is running one of the best clubs, and I can call these guys anytime I need to, and they've got an answer for me. They've got anything I need. So to answer your question, is mentorship and the professionals that you meet. That's what juices me. That's what gets me every day.
Fantastic. Thank you, my friend.
Are we done?
I appreciate it,
Thank you,
man.
Appreciate you.
Michael Babb, GM, Memphis Country Club.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.